What if I told you that if you were born after March 1961, your entire retirement plan might be about to change, and not for the better? The UK government is quietly preparing a major shift that could delay your state pension, cut your lifetime income by thousands of pounds, and leave millions of people working longer than they ever expected. Most people have no idea this is coming, but if you don't understand what's about to happen, you could lose a full year or more of pension payments. Stay with me, because in the next few minutes, I'll explain exactly who's affected, what's changing, and how you can protect your money before it's too late. Welcome to UK Insight, now your trusted guide for pensions, benefits, and senior living in the UK. Stay informed, stay supported, and enjoy your golden years with confidence. Subscribe now and join the community. First off, this update affects anyone born after March 1961, meaning if you're currently in your early 60s, 50s, or even late 40s, your retirement timeline might not look like you thought it would. For decades, the UK's state pension system has promised a clear, predictable path. You work, you pay national insurance, and when you reach a certain age, you get a weekly payment for the rest of your life. But here's the big catch: that certain age keeps moving further and further away. And the latest review by the government has made it clear for people born after March 1961, the state pension age is rising again, and much sooner than many expected. In fact, according to official discussions from the Department for Work and Pensions, the state pension age, which is currently 66, is expected to increase to 67 much earlier than originally planned. Now, let's be honest, 1 year might not sound like much at first. But if you think about it, that's 52 weeks of pension payments gone. That's potentially over £11,000 lost for someone depending on the full new state pension. So what's really going on here? The government argues that people are living longer, healthier lives, meaning more people are claiming pensions for more years. But at the same time, the number of younger workers paying national insurance, the money that funds pensions, isn't growing fast enough to cover those costs. In short, the system is being stretched, and to balance it, they're asking future retirees to wait longer before they can claim. Now, here's where things get even more concerning. If you were born after March 1961, you'll now likely reach state pension age at 67 instead of 66. But if you were born after April 1977, early proposals even suggest the age could rise again, this time to 68. And yes, that could happen sooner than previously planned, potentially as early as the late 2030s, not the 2040s as once thought. Think about that for a second. That's millions of people being told they'll have to work 2 extra years just to get what they were already promised. Now, the DWP hasn't officially confirmed the exact timeline yet, but leaks and government reports strongly hint that this change is all but certain. The Treasury is under pressure. The UK is facing growing financial strain from an aging population, and moving the pension age up is one of the easiest levers to pull. Let's take an example. Imagine you were born in May 1961. You might have expected to claim your pension at 66 in May 2027. But under these new rules, you might not be eligible until 2028, when you turn 67. That's not just a delay, that's an entire year without the state pension income many people rely on to stop working. And here's the real danger: many people still believe they'll retire at the same age as their parents or grandparents did. But if you're not keeping up with these changes, you could find yourself caught off guard, working longer than you planned or retiring with less than you expected. So, let's talk about what this means in real terms and what you can do now. First, you need to know your exact state pension age. You can check it for free on the UK government website. Just search "Check Your State Pension Age" gov.uk. it'll tell you the precise date you'll qualify based on your date of birth. Second, if you were born after March 1961, you still have time to boost your pension before you retire, but the clock is ticking. Right now, the full new state pension is £221, 20p per week, which works out to around £11,502 per year. But to get the full amount, you need 35 qualifying years of national insurance contributions. If you've ever taken a career break, worked part-time, or lived abroad, you might have gaps in your record, and those gaps could cost you thousands in retirement. The good news? You can top up those missing years by making what's called voluntary Class 3 national insurance contributions. And here's a little-known tip. Until April 2025, the government is still allowing people to fill gaps going back as far as 2006, that's nearly 20 years. Normally, you can only go back 6 years. This extension was meant to help people born in the early 1960s, exactly the group now being hit by this pension age change. So, if you're in that group, you can actually take advantage of this window to add missing years and maximize your payout later. Because remember, every missing year could reduce your pension by up to £315 per year. For life, multiply that by 20 years of retirement, and you could be losing more than £6,000 just from one missing year. It's one of the smartest moves you can make right now to prepare for the coming shift. But let's also talk about the bigger picture. The UK state pension was never designed to fully fund retirement on its own. It's meant to be a foundation, something to build on, not depend entirely on. So with this new delay, it's now more important than ever to have other sources of income ready, like a workplace pension, private pension, or even savings and investments. If you're employed, make sure you're enrolled in your workplace pension scheme. Thanks to auto-enrollment, most employers already contribute on your behalf, but many people don't realize how much this adds up over time. For example, if you're in your late 50s and earning around £30,000 a year, even just an extra 2% contribution from you matched by your employer could grow into several £1,000s by the time you retire. Now, let's not ignore the emotional side of this change either. For many people, especially those born in the early 1960s, this feels like moving the goalposts. You've worked for decades, paid your national insurance, planned your future, only to be told you'll have to wait longer for what you've earned. And for those in physically demanding jobs, builders, carers, nurses, factory workers, working extra years isn't just unfair, it's exhausting. This is why some campaign groups are already pushing back, calling for the government to delay or soften the transition. There's been talk of introducing more flexible retirement options, allowing people to claim a smaller pension earlier, or more if they wait longer, similar to what happens in some European countries. But as of now, those are just proposals. Nothing's been confirmed. Thanks for watching UK Insight Now. Don't forget to like, subscribe and share with other seniors who need this info. See you in the next video. Stay well, stay informed.